The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the Keys. And in today's video, I kind of want to talk about this lo-fi bundle by Karanyi Sounds that they just put out. I guess shout out to Karanyi Sounds, who are the sponsor of today's video. No worries, nothing that I'm saying in this video is going to be swayed by Karanyi Sounds. I've actually already done a review on all of these plugins. I actually like this stuff. And they're not going to see the video until you guys see the video. So let's go ahead and hop into this bundle. So right here, as you see, it is the Lo-Fi Production Kit, the Ultimate Lo-Fi Bundle. It contains 3 of our flagship instruments for all kinds of lo-fi music, including scores with 550 artist presets. I'm going to stop you guys right here. These sounds are really good for more than just lo-fi as well. I've got a couple beats I'm going to demonstrate that you'll be able to hear that, but you can use it for like lo-fi, boom bap. You can use them for trap. You can use them for synthwave, chill wave, all those genres. You can use all these sounds in. So what comes in this bundle, you may ask? Well, it's going to come with Lofi Keys, which is a very solid plugin. Again, I've done reviews on all this stuff. So you can check out those reviews on my channel if you want to get a little more in depth in what these things can do. It's also got Midnight, which is a granular synthesis and powerful DSP effects. Basically, it's a guitar that has all kinds of different effects and synthesis added to it, which make the guitar sound different. So you get different kinds of leads, pad sounds, just all kinds of bass sounds, interesting sounds. And down here, you got Minipool. Minipool is pretty solid. It's just basically a synthesizer. Like they say here, you can generate classic analog keys, chunky 80s basses. It excels in delivering nostalgic tones, essential for lo-fi, jazz, indie, and all that stuff. What's cool about these plugins too is that it has these randomized features that we'll go over a little bit more in depth. So I'm going to go ahead and pull FL Studio up. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to do a full breakdown again of each one of these plugins because I've already done that before in the past. So I'm just going to play a couple of demo beats. I'm going to break down the beats and let you hear the sounds. And then I'm going to show you some of the cool features that I like the most in each one of the plugins. So this was the first demo beat that I made right here. It's not all the way mixed down, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the first little sample beat that I cooked up for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into FL Studio and check out some of these plugins. So the first one that I have pulled up right here is Lofi Keys. As you guys can see, it's got a lot going on in it, but this is a very fire plugin. As you see here, you get a couple of different layers, so you can layer a few different sounds here and to make the, the lo-fi piano your own. You've got your vinyl sound right here, so you can add crackling. You've got modulations right here. So your tremolo and your wow. And then you have like your ADSR right here. And what's cool about this one is that you get some really solid effects. So as you see here, it's got different pedals. And on the different pedals, you got this dimension where you can do chorus, harmonize, phaser, et cetera, et cetera. Next to that, you have kind of like saturation. So you have bass maker, glue, heat, radio, sampler, saturation, et cetera, et cetera. But over here in this poly space, this is kind of where a lot of the magic happens because there's a bunch of different reverb styles. They all sound pretty dope. So you got this surprise button down here. So this will randomize all of the controls in the piano. Then you have the poly space one, which just randomizes poly space, Technicolor dimension, obviously, and then sound. It'll just, randomize these ones. This was the piano that I actually used in that beat, and it sounds like this. So all that sound comes from this piano. All right, and then the second plugin that I used on this beat was called Minipool. So Minipool looks like this. This is a pretty dope synthesizer. As you see right here, you can pick between different waveforms. You can do all kinds of different stuff. With this, it has the randomized function here as well. So explaining this randomized function here on the bottom, as you look at it, basically, you know, it should be self-explanatory. Everything that's red, if I push this, it'll randomize all these red knobs. The same over here. If I push randomize the red knob here, it's going to randomize all the red here. It's the same here, randomize all the red. This is going to randomize all the blue. So you know what I'm saying? You kind of get where I'm going there. So as you see here, this one has a few different oscillators on it. So it has 4 different oscillators that you can fine tune. It's got different loudness over here, your ADSR. It's got a noise oscillator. It's got a sub oscillator. You've got filter, delay, chorus, tone, and space controls over here. And then you get your wow and your flutter right here. So this one you get a lot too with this as well. This is kind of the preset I use for this beat. But again, like with this, if I push this right here, you see how it just randomized everything in here because this is the randomize everything button. But you can keep coming in here and randomizing different pieces. So I've just randomized all the red. So you see how it's just changing those, the volume there of those different levels or layers. But again, we can come over here and push randomize again. And what's cool about this is that you can save all of your own presets, you know, and there's a whole bunch of different stuff going on in here as you're looking. So, you know, you're going to get basic sounds right here, just like, you know, saws. You're going to get sine waves. You know, you can obviously take the reverb off or whatever. You're going to get bass, keys, different kind of keys. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get some basic keys. You know, all stuff that you can use for like lo-fi and synthwave too. I want to make sure I add that in there. You've got cinematic keys, pads, plugs, and all that other stuff. So you can see here, this is a pretty detailed plugin as well, pretty solid. All right, guys, then the third plugin that I used, which is also in this bundle, obviously, is called Midnight. So when you open up Midnight, it looks like this. This is they say it's a hybrid guitar atmospheres. So basically they've sampled a guitar and then they've done all kinds of different stuff, put different effects, all kinds of pedals and all kinds of stuff on there. So this was the preset that I used in the beat. So just something basic. But with this, you know, you get leads, you get keys, you get drones, you get basses, soundscapes, you get a whole lot. So this is like what one of the soundscapes going to sound like. Some more of these. Yeah, I'm gonna tell me that's not fire. Just some good sounds in here. And then you get keys and stuff in here too as well. You know, pretty fire. You got a clean guitar here. As you look here at the bottom, you get controls over your sub harmonic. You get control over your delays. You get control right here over your reverb and your texture. So you got reverb, texture right here. You've got filter, glue, compressor, and then right here is going to be your randomizer. So again, like on the other plugins, I hit this. Now we have a new sound. Hit it again. So I can't stress enough, one thing that's really solid about all 3 of these plugins is that since you can randomize the feature and you can randomize everything, ultimately it's like you're getting more presets than just the 550 that you would get for this whole bundle. So that's just something that I wanted to make sure I mentioned too as well. All right, guys, so basically I made a second little sample beat for you guys just to let you hear you can do different things with these tools. So this beat right here, I don't know what you call this beat. It's probably more boom bap than anything, but it sounds trappish. I don't know. It's got boom bap drums and it kind of sounds trappish. I don't know. Y'all can tell me what y'all think in the comment section. but it's just a different sounding beat than the first beat, and it sounds like this. So that's the second little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into FL Studio and just check out a couple more things. So I wanted to bring you guys back over here to Lofi Keys because I can't stress enough how dope this plugin is. So you guys heard what the regular pianos and stuff sounded like before when I was going through them. Once you start fine tuning these pianos and start messing with these effects and stuff like that, you can get this to sound like it's your own. So this was the piano that I used in that beat, and it all came from Lofi Keys. So I thought that was a pretty solid, piano right there, but this is what it sounds like without any of the effects on there. So, you know what I'm saying? Once I got those effects on there, it just made it sound so much nicer. And with this one too, there's basses and stuff in here that you can use. All of the plugins have basses and stuff like that. So in this beat, the bass that I actually used was from Lofi Keys too, and it sounded like. And then Midnight, this is what the guitar can sound like too as well. I would definitely recommend checking it out if you're looking for some kind of sounds that may sound more retro or that you could use in a lo-fi beat or a trap beat or something like that. May not be for you if you're looking to do EDM dance music and stuff like that at the moment, but it's got a lot of use cases. You can check out all the reviews. I'll leave them below. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe to that notification bell so every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see it. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some hit the keys.